where am I today, which is really important? This is a lateral. Well, the lateral is beside the highway here. And why the lateral is important is becomes like the secondary feeder of traffic that allows cars, vehicles, and buses and heavy traffic to make left and right-hand turns. So if you ever have a car in Mexico, if you're driving, you have a rental car, never ever turn left or right from the main highway. If you do that, you're gonna get a ticket. What you have to do first is turn into the lateral, and if you're going left, you stay on the left-hand side, come to the light, and you wait for the green turning light. When the green turning light goes, you make your U-turn or you make your left-hand turn. And the same goes for when you're turning right. So remember that little tip, because if you're driving here, you don't want that ticket. You gotta follow the rules of the law, and that's just one of the things that, well, most people don't understand when they come here. And why are we here on this lateral? Well, one of my favorite taquerias happens to be on the lateral. I mean, you can find a taqueria almost anywhere. We're gonna actually do some pretty cool stuff in some upcoming episodes where we're literally in the middle of nowhere on a farm road, and we're gonna eat some amazing tacos. But today, it's more the street side tacos at a place called Tacos Jr., which specializes in tacos al pastor. Now, I say it's one of my favorite taquerias here in Bucerias. I do have many. Basically, all the taquerias that we're gonna visit on Taco Tuesday are all my favorites. I really don't have one in particular because they all do tacos very differently. So without further ado, Paul, it's rush hour. I'm hungry. Are you hungry for a taco? Let's go see what's going on. When I think of tacos al pastor, Tacos Jr. really is the go-to spot right here in Bucerias for both tourists and locals alike. It's really easy to find because there's a big Taco Jr.'s logo, which really is a smiling meat-faced guy. And what is it? What is tacos al pastor? Well, it was actually introduced by the Lebanese immigrants in Mexico City. Now, you'll actually see al pastor roasting on a spit all throughout Mexico. It became very, very famous. Now, the person working the spit is called a taquero, and with a knife in one hand and a tortilla in the other, he expertly shaves off thin slices of meat and catches them right on the tortilla. That in of itself is a show. A little slice of the pineapple on the top of the spit, one pineapple slice per al pastor taco. Per request, they add cebolla, which is onion, and cilantro, which is cilantro. And they can also add grilled onion and nopales to your plate. And nopales are a grilled cactus and really popular here in Mexico, used in salads or also, an addition for tacos. Now things are looking really good. Besides tacos al pastor, Tacos Jr. offers more than just tacos. They have plates which include vegetables, different meats like carne asada, which is shredded beef, pork, essentially anything you want from quesadillas to various types of tacos. Taco Jr. has you covered. But right now, what I'm in the mood for is their signature al pastor dish, and it looks like they're ready. Now, people sometimes make the mistake thinking that all Mexican food is spicy. Generally, it isn't. A lot of the times, in any Mexican restaurant, especially taquerias, you have the tacos which are not spicy, and the salsas can be. Now here we start with a guacamole salsa. So basically it's avocado, not spicy at all. And then you go down the list here, this is a red chili salsa, very, very spicy. And then the green is kind of like medium. And then here, if you want a little bit of extra kick, they have marinated onions and habanero. And then if you want to even kick it up one more notch, they have pineapple marinated and habanero. So just a little tip is always ask the server which are the spicy. They'll have no problem telling you because I have literally seen people shovel this pineapple into their mouth and have to go like running for, the cooler of Jamaica to douse the flames. Okay, so what do we have here? We have agua. Now, in Mexico, there's two kinds of agua. There's agua natural, which is the water from the tap or water from the bottle. Anywhere in a restaurant in Mexico, you're always gonna get bottled water or distilled water. But when you talk about agua, it's usually agua fresca. So here's another tip for you. When you come to a taqueria like this, you could say, ¿Qué agua tienes? Is what kind of water do you have? But it's what kind of agua fresca you have. And what I'm drinking today is Jamaica, and Jamaica is a cold tea made from hibiscus. Very refreshing, delicious. And honestly, I'm starving, so I'm ready to eat. There we go. It's really good. I mean, I don't care how many times I take the bite of this taco, it makes me smile. Delicious. Now that you know this taco is really good, Paul and I are gonna eat. And then we decided, after this, we're gonna run over to Cerveceria. It's an awesome brewery in town. We're gonna be doing a larger feature on it. So today we're just gonna go have one beer, kind of give you a little sneak peek, a little tease. And we're gonna try one of their tacos. So a funny thing happened when I asked for la cuenta. ¿Y la cuenta, por favor? They refused to bring it. They didn't want to bring us the bill because, you know, we're shooting a video here, so they wanted to have our tacos on the house. And I kept insisting, so we actually got in a little bit of a friendly argument. I'm like, no, you have to bring me the bill. They're like, no, it's on the house. No, you have to bring me the bill. But anyways, if the bill did come, it was 120 pesos. So that was for 6 tacos and 2 agua fresca. So in dollar terms, that's just over $5 US, you know, plus tip. So this is kind of how we exist here on a regular basis. We don't go out and eat a lot of fancy food. You know, 2-3 days a week, this is what we're eating, and this is exactly what we're spending. Now here at Tacos Junior, they don't serve alcohol. That's why we had the agua fresca. You can bring your own wine or your own beer. You can go right next to their store and buy the beer. But Paul and I decided, nah, we want a really, really good beer. So we're going to Cerveceria Bahía de Banderas. We're gonna grab a pint. We're gonna meet the owner, and we're gonna give you a little taste of one of the next episodes to come. You ready, Paul? Vámonos. Those were some very delicious tacos at Tacos Junior. Muy delicioso, which means very delicious. And when Paul and I looked at our watch, we knew it was beer o'clock. So we said, well, why don't we head over to one of our favorite places in the neighborhood, which is Cerveceria Bahía de Banderas. And here's a couple new words for you. Cerveceria, which is from cerveza, is a brewery. Bahía, which is bay, and Banderas is flag. So Bahía de Banderas is the Bay of Flags, and that is the bay where Bucerias is. So you learned a few things today in Spanish, and now we're gonna go get a pint of beer, and maybe we'll learn a thing or two about what they do here. So I'm pretty satisfied with what we had at Tacos Junior, but I mean, it is Taco Tuesday, and I couldn't really resist ordering another plate of tacos, and you know, we are here, and I got a nice cold beer, and I really love the way they do their shrimp tacos. A really interesting take on it. Normally a shrimp taco has a tortilla, and here they use jicama. Normally the shrimp would be either a la plancha, which is on the grill, or deep fried in a beer batter. But here they fry it crunchy, and it's in a sweet and sour, spicy sauce, kind of like an Asian Mexican fusion. What do you think, Paul? Should I give it a taste? I kind of already know what it tastes like, but a shrimp tried to escape. Now, no shrimp is left behind with these delicious tacos. And I was able to catch up with Aaron, and he's the owner of the Cerveceria. And he was curious about what moving to Mexi.co was all about. With our channel, we're really trying to show people all the reasons to move and live here.
Okay.
Right? And I think your family, like,
all right.
There's a whole bunch of us, right? Like, we all have our own story.
Right.
We all have our reasons for why we're here.
Okay.
And the more that we can kind of demonstrate that, I think the more people will really get to understand what living in Mexico means, right?
It's really not that bad.
It's really not that bad. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty happy to be here right now.
I hope a lot of my wife's family is from Oregon, so they are.
And they said it's like a bit of a shit show.
It is a show right now. Yeah. Hopefully soon things come down a little. 2020 has been a crazy ride.
It's been a crazy ride. 2021.
I know.
Lucky number.
The same for a better year.
It's divisible by 7, so 2021 is going to be better.
All right.
Yeah.
The lucky number 7. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Aaron's a great guy, and we'll be talking with him and his wife in a future video. But for now, let's see what the damage is. So for 2 pints, order of fish tacos, 230 pesos. So for in US dollars, roughly speaking, is about 12 bucks. So where do you go get 2 pints and fish tacos in the States or Canada for 12 bucks? Well, you just don't. I hope you really enjoyed the very first episode of Taco Tuesday. I know Paul, as well as myself, we had a really fantastic time starting at Tacos Junior, had some tacos al pastor, met some fantastic people, made some new friends. Even though we've eaten there before, you know, we left, hey Paul, we left with a whole bunch of new friends. They loved us there. And then since it was beer o'clock, we came to the Cerveceria Bahía de Banderas. Had to have a pint. We met the owner, who's become pretty good friends of us. His name is Aaron, and his wife Jenna. You're gonna meet them in an upcoming episode. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper into their life and find out why they made the move to Mexico, why they made the move to Bucerias, and why they decided to open this beautiful brewery kind of in the middle of farmland, just in the outskirts of the town. Anyways, in that regard, if you loved the show, or even if you liked it just a little bit, could you please just, press that like button? And of course, subscribe, because we're giving away 30 one-week trips to Bucerias, Mexico. We've given away 3 so far. So there's 27 more to go. You have 27 more chances to win a week in paradise with us. But anyways, until next Tuesday, a Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday!